I love it when people ask quality questions. It means that people are thinking. And the question that we have comes from one of our members in the Lux Algo community, which is full of thinkers, by the way, and you would want to surround yourself with good thinking people, just so you know. But this question is asking, how do I avoid consolidation? I don't want to get caught up in it, and I don't want to lose, and you definitely don't want to lose all your profits in it. And if you are in a consolidation, chances of you getting whipped in that market are really, really high. So how do we avoid that? Let's talk about that. Whenever there is consolidation, well, actually, you know what? I'll talk about my losses. When I have a loss, it's an 80% chance that we're going into consolidation. If I have 2 losses, it's like 100%. So we're going to look for an area where there's some consolidation and just kind of back test it so we can see how they show up. These areas of consolidation and how to avoid them. Here's one. There's an area of consolidation. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to pretend like we came into the market here, or we came in to sit down, like we came into our computer. Wow, can I talk? We're going to pretend like we just started our trading session right here. I think everybody's done that, right? Just kind of messed up their words. I had several synapses firing there and thinking of too many things. Okay, so there's our strong signal, which, by the way, that's a great entry. And we are, yeah, that's a really nice entry, guys. That strong signal. And then we've got this retest of smooth moving average against a bearish cloud. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. And then this candle here would be our entry. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, but we didn't do that. We came in and sat down and missed this opportunity, and we're thinking to ourselves, how do we get in? So we see this price and it's pushing. Oh, there we go. There's a push. And then it's coming down. It's not really wanting to break that point. So right away we can say, I think this is a consolidation. We didn't break above. So here's where we mark this, okay? So we have a low here and then a high, and then that low got touched again. And as soon as that happens, I'm looking for a consolidation. Here, the price tested it, but we closed below that previous high. So now I create a box. That is how I identify a consolidation. Now, sometimes these consolidations occur around or close to an entry, and we're going to cover that next. But now what we're doing is that we're actually waiting for the price to close beyond that area. Doesn't close, it stays within, we're still bouncing around. There's a close below. So now what we can do is that we can look for an opportunity to enter. There's a retest of the cloud. We're into a strong signal, and that strong signal there is our entry, isn't it? Nope, no volatility. But that's a, wait a minute. No, it is, because that's right. Guys, I have made an adjustment. Ever since Lux came out with premium, you're able to really dial in the indicator with minute adjustment, granular detail, we'll put it that way. And so when I have a strong candle and it's crossing my normal entry point, that is an entry point. Doesn't matter what my volatility is, that is good enough for me. So that's an entry. But we're talking about how to identify that. That's how you identify a consolidation, and then you wait for the price to exit and close beyond that consolidation range before you look for another opportunity. So isn't it interesting? We had this as a strong, right? And then it went weak. It didn't end up going into a sell signal or indication. These aren't really signals. crossed below, closed beyond, and then we came back into that range and started a strong signal right there. So that's a good example. Now, what about if we are entering consolidation when we are at an entry point? Perfect. Let's replay this area. And let's say we actually took a trade as well. So we have a strong signal. It's crossing the line. What I'm doing is I'm going to wait until I see a retest, just because I'm going up against the cloud here. I'm going against the cloud's indicated trend. And there's my entry. So I'm going to go ahead and say there's my short, because I tested the cloud and now we're going bearish again with another strong signal. Thank you very much, by the way, Lux Algo, you saved the day. And we just, you know what, where's my ATR? Actually, no, I'm going to take it to the previous high. The previous high is actually pretty close to what would be ATR times 1.5. And then we just make it 1.3 on the plus side because it's a 15-minute chart. Okay. So now, again, we're retesting again, and that's okay. I'm in the market anyway, same place pretty much. And boom, I take profit on my first trade. And my second trade may have taken a stop loss there, but that doesn't really matter. What I'm looking for is now I definitely have my stop loss taken. So there's my win. I'm not going to do all the math on that, but now I have another entry. Well, not quite, because this is still in a strong sell signal. But I'm looking at it thinking to myself, if I see a retest here, oh, now we're coming back down. Oh, now we're coming back up. And we can't seem to close. Okay, now there's a close below the previous low. Actually, no, that close is on the previous low. Yeah. So now here's where it's like, even though this one here could be an entry because we've got, the bearish candle, and it's a strong bearish trend from Lux Algo. That could be an entry. We've got the oscillator that switched. That could be an entry, couldn't it? Let's take it. Is that right? Yeah, my rule says that that's exactly right. So this is actually a trade. No, because we have strength in the bears. No, that's good enough for me. And we take this 2.583. Well, that would be 1.125. So that'd be 375-ish. Say 378 just to give that spread. 37828. No, we need a little bit more. There we go. And look at that. I got taken out even with that stop loss. So that's actually a loss right there. Now remember what I said. I've said it before. If I'm taking a loss, chances are 80% likelihood of entering consolidation. So I lost 3% here. Now here, yeah, so I have a win here and a loss here. So now it's a matter of, okay, well, what happens next? Let's close this thing up a little bit more. There we go. All right, so now we can see right away we're testing this area, right? Like, look at this. There's our low. We got a high here. And now we're actually forming a new high right here, right? So yeah, I had my loss, and now it's like I'm not getting another entry, and the price is staying within that area. So what do we got to do? We got to make that box again. Now, there's a way that you can use contrarian signals with Lux to help you identify consolidation zones. I haven't gotten into that yet. So it's very, very possible that there's an easier way to do this, but this is just how I've been doing it for quite some time, and so I'm not going to get involved in another way right now. I'll take the time to learn it because I think it's really important. So now, yeah, we're just in this consolidation range. even though we've got, indications saying, hey, let's enter the market. This is my range. I am not breaking out of this until I see the price close beyond. There it is. Now I can start looking for an entry. Could have actually taken it, but my rules are my rules. Here's interesting. Came out of the reversal zone. That could be an entry, but what we're looking for, because we're still in this sell signal, would be looking for a retest of the smooth moving average, and there it is right there. In fact, the wick went down below it. That could be an entry, but more likely our entry would be this high. And yeah, we'd be in profit for sure. There you go. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. We're not backtesting this whole thing. I just wanted to show you ways that you can see, how consolidation can start up, and ways that you can, and how you can avoid getting caught up in it and losing all your profits. If you have any questions, definitely leave some comments. I love the community that's rising out of these videos. It's really fun, and I love answering the questions. So if you have a request for a video, let me know. And if we haven't met up on Lux yet, go and check us out. I don't work for them or anything like that, but I help out in the community just because of how much this tool has helped my trading. I developed the strategy that I have over a few years of watching trend traders, and I adapted it for my own style, and Lux just really helped me lose less. That's all it did, was just help me lose less. A lot of my entries look the same. A lot of the trades that I had created, the indicators that I was using looked really close to this, but Lux just has that technology down. Their math is amazing, and I don't even know how they do it. Got some ideas, but I can tell you right now, I would far rather pay them to manage this whole thing than me trying to figure out exactly what they did. It's fantastic, and it may have now, especially with the new update, I think that I'm finding more opportunities to get into the market that I would not have prior. But I know full well that their tool has helped me lose less, and that's automatically more profitable. So have a good day. Market's going to be great this week. I think we're going to see a lot of volatility, and that could be good and can be bad. But if you're a trend trader, you need it. So have a good day.